From Ryan Garcia being ready for the biggest fight of his life with Haney, to him also having a serious score to settle, people still think that Ryan is going to face defeat. Here's why Devin Haney would destroy the fighter.
We ain't got nothing in the mail yet, but we was just trying to do anything possible to get something. And I just was like, Pop, like, well, I'ma just go and if we'll see if they approve you and
For starters, it looks like Garcia's got nothing on Haney. Haney is one hell of a competition. He's the kind of guy who doesn't trash talk a lot and just lets his performance speak for him. According to most people who are in the conversation, Garcia stands no chance against Devin. For one, if we look at their skill set, Ryan doesn't have half the skills that Haney does. Another reason for this is that fans think that Garcia is scared of Haney. Why? Well, you remember after he beat Luke in a fight, he could have easily challenged the WBC belt, which was held by Haney back then.
I just feel like nobody really did it out of Oakland. Like nobody really carried Oakland like I'm doing, especially at such a young age, really putting it on their back.
But instead, he decided to sign for a fight against Fortuna. Then he decided to drop out of the fight for his mental health issues, which a lot of people think was just an excuse to avoid the elephant in the room. But now that Garcia has challenged Haney to fight publicly, I don't think the same logic applies. But that doesn't change the fact that even if we look at their stats side by side, it's pretty clear that Garcia has a lower chance of winning against Haney. According to some fans, Haney has fought and worked hard for where he is today, while Garcia, on the other hand, has just worked to his level of popularity through his social media and hasn't done enough when it comes to fighting.
I just want to say I am so happy and thankful that you guys came out. Honestly, it means so much to me. You don't even know. It means a lot. Thank you guys so much. And you guys are the best.
But if you still think Garcia stands a chance, you'll definitely change your mind after I tell you about how Haney has been training. Here's how Devin trains for fights. Now, Devin hasn't talked about any changes in his training routine after the rumors about the fight started going around. But the truth is, he doesn't really need to make any big changes at all. His training routine is pretty rock solid as it is, and has gotten him this far. There is no reason for us to believe that he can't beat Garcia too. In an old interview with The Breakfast Club, the boxer revealed a little about his training regime. He said that he runs for at least 6 miles first thing in the morning to help with stamina, and then works out twice a day to build strength.
I wouldn't say it was hard to keep him off of me. Honestly, I just was staying relaxed. I could have picked it up, but I just wanted to I knew that I was in his backyard, so I just wanted to stay smart.
His evening workout lasts around 3 hours, and then his night workout lasts about an hour and a half. These workouts consist of intense weightlifting and sparring sessions that help him in the ring. And what makes it better is that he probably trains with Garcia in mind sometimes too. Yep, he's ready for the fight. Although Devin has been a little quiet about the fight recently, after Ryan talked about it so much, he hasn't always shied away from the possibility. In an interview with ID Boxing, when he was asked about his predictions on Ryan's fight with Davis, he said that for him, Tank has a better chance of winning because he has a lot more experience than his opponent. But he also said that Garcia isn't to be taken lightly. So it's clear that Devin sees Garcia as a potential threat, making this upcoming fight that much more exciting. The interviewer then asked Haney if he was going to agree to fight Garcia, to which the boxer answered pretty excitedly, saying that that's his plan ultimately. He wants it to happen for the same reasons that Garcia wants the fight to happen. But since there has been no official announcement about the fight, and nobody can really say anything for sure, let's see, is all Haney could say too. But of course, that's not stopping anyone from speculating about the winner of this potential fight. So, let's pit them against each other and see who has what it takes.
We've got another St. Valentine's Day massacre.
Devin Haney is one of the biggest names in the game right now, and the guy can throw one hell of a solid punch. He turned professional in just 6 years and earned his respect in the world of combat sports. He's also one of the youngest fighters, being just 22 years old, but that doesn't change the fact that he's one of the most fierce in the 135 pounds division. And if you're still not sold on him, he's also a world champion. division. Talking about Ryan Garcia now, he's a solid threat too. He's young, fast, and knows a thing or two about throwing a power punch too. But there's something about him that most fans see as a weakness. He gained popularity through his online presence. To them, his online presence makes him less of a fighter than Haney. So of course, this is also one of the biggest reasons why people think Devin has more chance of winning the fight. But let's not underestimate Garcia here, because he'll be giving it his all too, because there are bigger motivations involved here. Well, the two fighters have kind of had a feud for a really long time, and this won't be the first time that they'll face each other off, but it's definitely going to be the most important one. Why, you might ask, right? Well, because some of you might not even remember this, but the two boxers fought each other way back when they were amateurs. They fought a total of 6 matches, and both of them won 3 matches. This made their score a tie, and this has been a hot topic of debate for years now. People want to know who really is the better boxer among the two, and that's why this fight is so important to the fans. Luckily, Garcia has heard fans' wishes. He's determined to finally settle the score and give fans the answer they've been looking for years. When an interviewer asked him about his fight with Davis, he said that this fight was just a step for him to get to Haney, because that's what he has set his eyes on for now. He talked about how easy it would be for him to not only beat Davis but also Haney. Although there won't be a belt on the line with this fight, it doesn't seem to matter, neither to the fans nor to the boxers, because all they want in this fight is to settle the score. Ryan Garcia said that he's ready to prove himself as the better boxer. Damn, don't you want to witness the fight already? So then, how long before we get to see the showdown? Fans can't wait. But unfortunately, nobody knows what date to look forward to, because an official date hasn't been announced yet. According to some sources, the fight might be cooking up somewhere, but we can't be too sure about it yet. The only hope right now is that it would be a pretty stupid move to not make the two go against each other, since this fight has gathered so much hype. Some sources claim that the fight might happen somewhere in May. You have to keep in mind, though, that Haney will be fighting Vasily Lomachenko on the 20th of May, and Garcia's fight with Davis on the 22nd of April. If Haney wins his fight, he will vacate his belt and move up the division, and this will be the best time for the two to go against each other. And while the fight with Davis is pretty big for Ryan, he has already set his eyes on what he really wants. The fight, whenever it does happen, is expected to happen at 140 pounds. All because Haney is way too big for the 135 pounds division, and since he'd have moved up the division by then too. And that was all about why fans think Devin Haney would destroy Ryan Garcia.